Hello everyone, Chef Marco Barbaro, and today I'm going to be doing a really great dish. And the really great thing about it is this is one of the first dishes that my dad taught me how to make when I was really young. So the dish here that I'm going to be doing is called chicken Castellana. And everything I have laid out, so I'm going to work quick, but as I work I'll go back and as it's cooking I'll talk about it slowly. So you're going to have your chicken, your flour, which we're going to dredge and cook, and then your toppings for this dish are artichoke hearts, Prosciutto di Parma, fresh mozzarella, and it's a very simple sauce. It's in a chicken stock, veal stock demi-glazed white wine. I'm going to make two versions, one with like a more solid glaze type of mushrooms and then one with the basic. It's showing you that you don't have to follow this recipe. Once you got the ingredients, you can make it however you like, basically. So there's no right or wrong. So let's get started really quick and get going. So we're going to cook our chicken first. I usually skip this step to save time. But we're going to put some olive oil in the pan. And this is everything for masala too. For chicken masala, you dip your chicken in flour. For franchise, it's flour and egg. And so this is called basically a chicken piccata. So we're using this for the Castellana dish. This is used for masala, fiorentina, Castellana, just with flour. So we're going to get our oil nice and hot. And then we're going to cook it. In the meantime, I'll do my prep. So we have artichoke hearts. You can put it on top of the chicken just like that, but I'm going to cut them a little smaller so they sit on the chicken better. So if you like them whole, leave them whole, put it on top. It's just harder for the mozzarella to sit on top of it. Then we have our prosciutto over here. This is a prosciutto di Parma. Use a prosciutto di Parma. It's sweeter, not as salty as the regular prosciutto. We leave a little bit of fat on it. We trim off. There's a lot of fat usually. We trim off the fat. I'll get some mushrooms ready for the second version. Okay, so our prep is ready. Alright, once we get the oil nice and hot, you can see it start to smoke a little bit. I can tell usually I put my hand over here. I can feel when it's ready. Then we're going to drop our chicken in, cook in 2-3 minutes on each side, take the chicken out and make our sauce, which I'm going to show you real quick. It's very easy. Also, one great thing about these videos I love doing in this kitchen is I want people to see how nice and clean our kitchen is. This is a really good thing. If you go to a restaurant and the kitchen's not this clean, you don't want to eat there. So it's really hard to keep it like this, but my guys work really hard. Every Sunday we pull out the ovens and we clean behind and the floors. Every night we have a cleaning crew come in for 2-3 hours once we close to mix and do the floors, as you can see. Alright, so now you can see it's smoking a little bit. You don't want to get it too much. And like I just did, always drop the chicken away from you, which I say in every video. You saw some of the oil splash over, so you don't burn yourself. Once we're done, we're going to dump out this oil, but we're going to keep the dirty pan with those scrapings. Those scrapings with the flour is going to help thicken up the sauce if you don't have my brown sauce, my brown veal stock demi-glaze. Once again, you don't need this. If you don't have it, use cornstarch or flour, or you can even use a turkey gravy, bought in the store or homemade. You can buy an instant turkey gravy powder, or you could buy turkey gravy in a jar if you really like this. Or stop by, we sell it now, $6 for a bowl. Everybody who takes my cooking class stops in to buy some. See how nice and brown, got a little brown on it, nice color. We're going to make sure it's cooked. When it sticks, if it sticks, see how it's sticking? It's not cooked. Once it doesn't stick anymore, it's cooked. See, it's sticking right there, it's not cooked. That's a little trick to know. And if you're not sure when you're just starting to learn how to cook, take it out and cut it. If you can see if it's cooked or not. Okay? But once you start cooking a lot, you can tell if it's ready or not just by eye, just the amount of minutes and by the color of the chicken. And usually I finish this off in the oven so it'll cook even more. So now that you see it's been about 2-3 minutes on each side, we're going to take this off. Chicken gave off a little bit of water. That's why you see all that bubbling and everything. The water mixed with the oil. So now we're going to take this oil, we're going to dump out this oil, and we want all that. This flour, this scrapings is going to help thicken up the sauce. So now we're going to build our chicken and then put it back in. So right here we're going to do prosciutto, artichokes. The prosciutto's salty and stuff, but I'm still going to salt the artichokes just a touch. Just a little bit. You really don't need it because of the flavor of prosciutto. And you can use fresh mozzarella or regular mozzarella. We're going to use fresh today. This is what we put on our regular dish. A little oregano, parsley. Now we're going to deglaze this with white wine to get all those scrapings up. In the meantime, I'm going to make another version of the sauce that could go along with this. This is more of a simpler version, so you can make any type. You can make a Marsala sauce. You can make any type of sauce that you like. We use a good wine, a Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, anything that that's decent. Even a Roche Chablis, something that tastes good. Just not that's just cooking wine. So now we have our chicken stock, 4 ounces of our homemade chicken stock, and 4 ounces of our veal stock demi-glaze that we make here. And once again, if you don't have this, use flour. When you put in the olive oil, add a little bit of flour, cornstarch, and it'll thicken up your sauce, basically. This dish is really, really good. When I put this on special, it sells a lot. Excellent dish. The prosciutto now cooks and it adds flavor into the sauce. As you see, my chicken stock is not low sodium. It's got plenty of salt in it, and this has a lot of flavor too. So I'm not going to add any salt to the dish because the prosciutto, once it cooks, it's going to make this dish taste like I put so much into it, but I really didn't add that much. So we're going to add a little bit of butter here. So now this is the second version of a sauce for this dish. As this is cooking and reducing down, we're going to add some mushrooms. We'll let the mushrooms cook down. In the meantime, we could do some parsley and a touch of salt. And then all we're going to do is Marsala wine, a little white wine, chicken stock, brown sauce. It's basically like a Marsala glaze for it. So I love mushrooms, so I would make the mushrooms and make this sauce for this type of chicken. Alright, so your mushrooms are ready right now, so we're just going to add some Marsala wine. I tell people at home to buy Florio Sweet Marsala in the liquor store. It's not expensive and really good to cook with. And the same thing as this, we're just going to reduce a little bit. We're going to add 4 ounces chicken stock and 4 ounces of brown sauce. And that's it. You have your parsley, salt, sauteed mushrooms. So as we see this is going to cook down, and then we do the same thing. You add the chicken into that. That's pre-cooked. So now you see this sauce is ready. It's thickening up. I always show this trick. We're going to move our chicken around. A little more. See how it doesn't move? Sauce is thick and ready to go. I could see it by eye. You want it to thicken up. Now if you walk away and you burn this sauce, you can come back and bring it back to life by adding a little chicken stock and brown sauce and white wine to it. It happens. So you're ready to go. You're going to take this. I could have covered it to melt the mozzarella, but I have the broiler on, so I'm going to throw this under the broiler, and I have one in the oven already ready. This is almost ready to go. I wish you could smell that. It smells great with the Marsala wine. Love these pans, stainless steel pans. You can put them in the oven and cook with them, like soy oregano or anything like that. So this is in the oven, dried up a little bit. We're going to add a little chicken stock. So now as you can see, both these dishes are ready. I got one right here. We'll take it off. We're going to plate it real quick. And I had one under the broiler because I want the on the cooktop. I want to melt the mozzarella. Look how nice that looks. So these are both with the traditional sauce that we make at the restaurant with no mushrooms. Once again, you can make any type of sauce with this dish as long as you have those toppings on it. There you go, chicken valdostana. Artichokes, prosciutto, fresh mozzarella. White wine, chicken stock, veal stock demi-glaze. Very simple. So now what we'll do is, I like mushrooms, so we'll take some more masala glaze. We can add just a little bit of mushrooms to it. This other dish, I can add all this sauce to it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you guys make it at home.